Alright, so here's my 14.5 AR that I built a while back. Well, I didn't really build it, I put it together with a complete upper. This is the one with the LPVO on it. And I was just going to go over a couple things. I had a couple comments in the last video I made with this optic setup. This was on a BCM previously to this. And I had a couple people saying that this red dot situation here, the offset with the Arasaka mount with the little micro dot on it, they said that's not worth the extra weight. But I don't think they ever felt the weight of an LPVO on an AR. This thing's like as heavy as an AK. It's probably as heavy or heavier than my SLR AK with a red dot on it, both loaded. Like, this thing's pretty heavy now. So I'm gonna go over this gun now and do an update review on it. Like, I had it set up like this for a while now and put a decent amount of rounds through it, and I just wanted to go over it and talk about what I like about it, what I might change, and how it's set up and stuff like that. So I'll probably start this video on this angle and then change it to just landing on the table. I just wanted to start it at this angle to show for the people that were questioning about the weight of that red dot and the micro dot on there. So here is the best example I can show. So say you're standing here shooting, you know, like this. You got your hand up on the hand stop. You're shooting the gun. Bam, bam, bam. Say you're on 8 power, right? You have to come back. You have to stabilize the gun with one hand, which this is like an 8.5 pound gun. And then bring it back to 1 power, come back on here, and then find the dot again, and then shoot. See, the way this set it up is you leave it on, and say you're shooting long distance, bam, 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 you're shooting long distance. This thing has nothing in it, I already checked it. So you're just shooting long distance, and then you come ready, you need a close shot, pop, 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 that close. I'm on the red dot, 8 power, red dot, 8 power, red dot, 8 power, red dot. Like, that's 100 times faster than trying to be like, there's somebody or something, or whatever you're shooting at 8 power way out there, and then you have to go and then try and find this thing again and shoot. Like, that is so time consuming. For one, you're taking your hand off the gun and you're losing the stabilization of it, and you're gonna come down a little bit most likely or something, then have to readjust to wherever you're going. With this setup, you already have your other eye open. You can just literally say somebody came out over here, I could literally pop, pop, pop. Like, it's so much difference in time. Like, that thing don't weigh nothing on this gun. For one, it's ounces. I mean, ounces are pounds and pounds are pain, they say, but I mean, this red dot weighs, I have no idea. If you look up the mount in the red dot, it's an Arasaka offset red dot mount, and it's a hollow sun, the micro dot with the circle with the dot, and the dot you can change it back and forth. Forget the model, I painted over it, but it's got the solar panel thing on it, whatever. So that thing now, it's literally probably lighter than, I would say it's less weight than this light setup easily. And the gun's already, like I said, you put an LPVO on, you're not going to notice the difference in the micro red dot. It's negligible difference. Like, it's such a small difference, you'll never know. So I'm going to go to the tabletop now and go over this thing. So here we are on the tabletop review of this thing, and I'll just start and go over the whole gun because I don't know if I did before, and I'm not sure if it was set up exactly like this. So we'll just go over the whole gun real quick, just a brief overview of all the parts that are on it. So it starts up here at the muzzle brake. That actually comes on it. It's like an extended bird cage because it's pinned and welded. It's 14.5. So Surefire. This is the tactical light that has just momentary on, not like my AK one. This is the better one for the gun. So they're both the same thing. It's just a different tail cap, basically, I guess. But you can do that with the other one too. So this is the Haley Strategic thorntail mount, and normally I would have it mounted the light on the left side of the rifle. So the reason it's on the right is because this one you can do on either side, and the thread stripped out for some reason on this side of it back here. I don't know how or why, but I transferred it to a few different rifles, and then thread strips, so I just put it on this side because it works there still for how I use it. So back from there, we have the this is the Sentry strap, and I keep one of them on every gun I have, you'll notice. It's rare earth magnets. They're really nice to keep your sling stowed away. I just like the way, I hate having my sling getting tangled and everything, especially in and out of the safe. You got a couple different rifles in the safe, they're all tangled up and stuff. It's hard enough just to keep them from banging into each other all day long in there, trying to get them in and out. So that just keeps the slings nice and tidy in there, and you're not getting all wrapped up with another rifle and trying to pull out 2 or 3 rifles at a time then by accident. So this is a True North K-size grip. It's a grip stop, I guess they call it. I painted it so you can't really see anymore, but this was the bronze gold color one. Now it's camo. I painted this rifle, so I just like I bought some kind of webbing or something on Amazon, and I just kind of laid it on here and there and just well, first you paint it in stripes. You can look up videos on it, and that's how I did it basically. And I painted all this off the gun, put it back on. So moving on from this, we'll go to the sling next. This is my favorite sling. It's the Vickers Tactical padded multi-cam sling. Things are comfortable and they break in nice. It's Blue Force gear, made in the USA. They're nice. So the sling's adjustable and stuff. They're good slings for the money. Probably that's my favorite sling. I haven't tried any of the newer brands that are similar, but I'm sure this one's close to as good. It works really good actually for what I use it for and how I use it. So moving back from that, we have Lancer Advanced Warfare mags, painted camo. So we'll leave that out. This is a BCM lower, and I like the BCM lowers. I actually had a full BCM upper end lower gun, and then I built this gun out of that one, and I sold the BCM upper. Nothing wrong with it. Good upper. BCM makes good stuff. I like it. And the BCM actually, this is the mod. I never know which one it is because there's so many mods, but this is mod something from BCM. It feels good. It's textured. It's like ribbed in the front, textured on the sides, and it has this door here you can keep stuff in, which I keep my scope dope chart and some tools, lens cleaning rag, some earplugs, a couple tools to take stuff on and off. Everything's in there that I need, batteries and stuff like that. You can fit a lot of stuff in there actually. But moving on from there, we have the LPVO, and that's controversial too. It's a Swamp Fox 1-8 LPVO. So it's the Swamp Fox mount, the hostile engagement mount, which I don't like that. I'd get a different one because that one, if you watch my other video, it didn't work for me. That's why I went with the Arisaka down here, because see, your head's a different shape, everybody's is and stuff, and everything, your shoulders, your whole body. So when you're holding the rifle, see, for me, I couldn't keep my cheek weld going back and forth between the two. So actually, I ended up doing that mount there, and that worked out perfect for me because this one has a bunch of different adjustments on it. Actually, you can move it around and get it perfect to where you need it. You could even put it up here if you wanted it, and you can move it like side to side and stuff like that. It's a few different positions. So this, like I said before, Arisaka mount, Hollow Sun micro dot, and that one actually, like I said, has the probably can't see, I'm not even gonna mess with the brightness, but yeah, you can kind of see it in there a little bit. I have the circle with the dot. So the Arrowhead 1-8 is actually all right. I like it. It's not a bad LPVO in my opinion. I mean, I got it. I got the law enforcement discount because I worked for the prison then, so I was an officer technically there, so I got a law enforcement discount. So that's why I got this thing. I got it for dirt cheap. I forget how much it was. It was on sale. Plus, I got the law enforcement discount. It was like $200 some, I believe, back then. It's not bad for that price. It's never had a problem, and it's pretty clear actually. And it's got the BDC on it and everything, so it's a pretty nice setup. So other than that, though, we got the charging handle, which is a Radian Raptor SL, which is my favorite, because the other ones I think are too wide, and this one's just perfect. It doesn't get caught on anything. If you're wearing like a plate carrier or whatever, or anything like that, it's just nice. It's actually in past the forward assist pretty good, 1/4 inch probably or more. So that's a nice charging handle. One of my favorites that I've ever had. The backup iron sights, with people, controversial topic again. Why do you have backup iron sights on here if you have a LPVO and a micro red dot? Well, the backup iron sights are super low profile. They're MBS or MBus Pros, and the front one's the same thing. And literally, they don't weigh a lot either. And they're strong, and they're set up for a 5,200 yard zero, the exact same as the LPVO. LPVO goes down. I got a tool in here to take it off, throw it away, flip these up, and it's like I have another sighting system with the 5,200 yard zero. It's exactly the same as this. I don't have to think about it. This is zeroed in for 25 yards. And that actually hits dead on. That thing's super accurate. I only had to make one click with that out of the box, and it was straight away, like shooting groups, like super small, even at 50 yards. That thing is awesome. I love that little red dot. As long as it stays working, it's good. So I haven't had an issue with it. Had it for years now. So back from that, we have the BCM stock. That's a mod something too. You have to look these up there. Sorry, I don't really remember. I built this gun a long time ago, and the mods got me all confused. There's so many different mods with BCM. Mod 1, mod 0. So with the sling here, I come around there and then fold it like this. First, I gotta take that down. I forgot. So you take this down with 2 hands. This is really easy. So you take it down, flip this up around here, and it just snaps on rare earth magnets. And then this here is Velcro, and that actually holds the sling even better up into place. I like that. I don't know why I put that on there a while ago, and it just keeps it nice back here. Because if you want to shoot this thing with the sling up here, it's just nice to have something to just hold it from moving around. Because normally, you know, it'd be just like that, but you can stick it on right like that. You got plenty of room to use the charging handle on either side, and you can run the gun perfect with the sling on the side. So, oh, the trigger, Geisley trigger in it. I forget, it's not the $175 one, it's the cheaper one, and that's a really nice trigger actually. I can show you probably. The take up on it is like that much, and then it's boop, and then the reset on it, hold on one second, the reset on it is literally, it ain't much. It comes out there. I actually went past it. It's a nice trigger for the money. I don't really feel a need. It's a Daniel Defense bolt carrier group in it too. It's a full Daniel Defense upper, and I think with the Optics Planet deal, that upper was only like $7.99 maybe with the discount they had when I got it. I forget, but it was a deal compared to paying like $1,200, you know, for a normal Daniel Defense upper, the V7 or whatever I had before. But that was a 16 inch. That's the one reason I got this, because I wanted a 14.5 and it was cheap. You can always drill these out. I've done it before and remove it. Put a new one on and pin and weld it. If you know how to TIG weld, put a pin in that thing like nothing and a little bead on, or a little dot of weld on like they got going on there. That's basically it for this thing. It's a nice shooting gun, and it does everything I need it to do. It's 100% reliable, and it works good. The only thing I said I think I would change on it is this hostile mount weighs a lot more than I need it to, because I don't need that red dot thing anymore. I'm thinking about buying like a lighter weight one, but the only thing is this thing is built like a tank, so I don't think it would ever break for sure. But I'd like to buy one that's a little less weight and try and get some. I bet you I could get a mount, say, that's a few ounces less than this one, which would be the same weight as this, so it'd be like the same weight as the gun is now, and I wouldn't have to take that off if I wanted to save a few ounces, which I'm talking about saving a few ounces now, but I'm not losing anything. I'm taking, I mean, I might lose a tiny bit of strength, but if I get a good mount, I won't lose much. So I'm gonna lose a little weight on a mount. I'm not losing a sighting system that could save my life or make me be able to have a follow-up shot. I never timed it. It's a lot. It just screws you up trying to go back to this. It'd be different if you were like on a rest or something, you know, like shooting prone or something, or a bipod, I mean, anything like that. But if you're shooting standing, especially, to go from your hand to here, back to here, change it, and then back to here, and then get that scope shadow out of there and find everything you're shooting and aim, that's a waste of time when you can just go, whoop, whoop, 1 second, pull the trigger. And it's a red dot, so it has no scope shadow, none of that bullshit. You can just, you shoot right away as soon as you see the dot on the target. So that's it for this gun. The next gun I might review is, I have a Crank AK-74. So I might review that gun next and go over it. It doesn't have too much done to it. It's just a pretty cool gun that's pretty rare. It's an Arsenal. So that'll probably be the next gun I review. But that's it for now.